Hello everyone, and welcome to Front of House Structure. This month's sales skill is how to ask the right question. But this month I not only want you to understand how to ask the right question, I really want to focus on why asking the right question is important. And I want to give you a good example of what the right question is. It's really going to generate much higher sales for you. But the goal of this month overall is to get you and your staff away from asking yes or no questions. Yes or no questions solicit one of two responses, yes or no. And once you ask a yes or no question, the guest instantly in their head is going to go through a series of pros and cons as to what's going to determine the answer to their question. And we want to avoid this whole situation by asking a question that only solicits the response that we want. Now, there's a whole variety of different situations that you're going to be in your restaurant every single day where you can find ways to ask the right question. I'm going to show you one today that's going to generate a lot higher sales for you. You're going to be able to use it immediately and you're going to have instantaneous results. And this is regarding your second and third beverage sales. Now, I want to show you an example of what your approach to a second and third beverage sale probably looks like right now. We're going to set up an example where let's say the table already has the food on the table, they already have their first round of beverages on the table, and they're at that point where they need that second or third beverage. So as a waiter, this is probably what your approach to that situation looks like right now. Sir, can I bring you another glass of wine? Okay, so in this instance, you've approached the table, you're prompt, you've gotten to the table at a time when they need you, and you've offered what you think is going to be good service. You know, you say, would you like another glass of wine? The problem with that question, listen to that question. Would you like another glass of wine? What are the two answers to that question? Yes or no? The problem with that question is that the guest in their head, again, is going through instantly a pro and con list of why they may or may not need another glass of wine. And you want to avoid that situation. You want to avoid the situation because you're giving the guest too much power over the decision. What you ultimately want to do is give that guest a question where the only two answers they can give you are both answers that you want. So let's try to reapproach the same situation, but change the question just a little bit so that the guest now has only two choices. Let's see how this works. Sir, can I bring you another glass of the same, or would you like to try something different this time? Alright, that was a much more proactive way to approach the very same sales opportunity. You asked a question, the question was changed from would you like another glass of wine to would you like another of the same, or would you like to try something different? That simple change of question is only giving your guest two choices, both of which choices you want. Now they're either going to get another of the same or they're going to try something different. Now, if you want to get really advanced on this, the best way to capitalize on this opportunity is to put two prior sales skills that we've already gone over all together to capitalize on this sale. The two skills that we've put together are qualified suggestions and loaded questions. If you haven't covered loaded questions, we'll get to that in another month. But a loaded question, remember, is a question that you ask that you don't really want a response to. You just want the guest thinking yes, because if a guest is thinking yes, they're going to say yes. So now let's take an approach to the table. The same situation. Let's change all of this. Let's ask the question that gets us the answer we want. Let's start it with a loaded question that gets the guest thinking yes, and let's follow it up with a suggestive sale, with a qualified suggestion. And if you put all these three together, a guest almost can't say no to you. Let's see how this works. Sir, did you enjoy that wine? Can I bring you another of the same, or would you like to try something different this time? I've got a great Rioja that goes fantastic with your steak that's coming off the grill. All right, as you can see, now you've taken an extra 5 seconds of your day, but you've made a sale. You've recognized that the guest needed a glass of wine or another beverage. You've gone up to that guest, asked them a loaded question to get them thinking yes. Then you've presented them with a question that only gives you the answer that you want, and you've followed it up with a qualified suggestion, giving credibility to your future sale. It's nearly impossible for a guest to say no. Now you've done a good job in the very same situation that you're in multiple times a night, creating and capitalizing a second or third beverage sale. If you use this tactic at every single table, you can expect your second or third beverage sales to jump at least 50%. You're going to be amazed at the success that you have simply by changing your approach. Thanks very much. Take this philosophy of approaching a sale and apply it to multiple different situations in your restaurant, not just your second and third beverage sales, and you'll have tremendous success.